All right. Okay. Hello and welcome to November's Inner Circle. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. I'm so excited to welcome River here. I had such a wonderful talk with River a couple weeks ago. She's so wonderful. This is similarly a topic that I'm super interested in about. I don't know enough about it, and reading through the sites and stuff that you had sent before, which I'm going to pop in the chat too for everyone to take a peek. Were just so wonderful, so informative, and so I'm super excited, River, to have you with us today. And I'll keep it brief because I want to give you time and space to talk about your work and talk about yourself too. I know you have such a wonderful and interesting background too, and so I will pass it over to you.
All right. So we have the rest of the hour, right? All together?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm River. My name, I live in Austin, Texas. And I didn't look around in the beginning. I was just so shocked Betty was here, but I'm so happy to see other friends here who I've met before. And yes, so I was a trial attorney and lobbyist with my own office for over 20 years here in Austin, Texas, my home, and community organizer, and went through a transition myself, realizing that I no longer wanted to fight. I wanted to love. And through a long journey, which started with kink, which is where my home is and where my love and heart is and my insides 15 years ago, and then went to a spiritual path, and then got a message from the goddess that's very strong and lives on today, which is that I'm here to be a sexual healer. And I now see that as more of a life force healer, and commenced to take every training I could find. And the surrogate partner training, combined with the Wheel of Consent by Betty Martin, has changed my life. And I knew I wanted to really follow that path. So I've become a surrogate partner professionally, full-time, closed the office 5 years ago, my law office, and have been living a divine life every day since. And I'm really excited today about sharing with all of you a little bit about the work. And my intention is to share a little bit and then to open up interactive so that we can really address whatever's in your heart and your mind about the music. I mean, excuse me, I've been listening to sound healing a lot about our song. Yeah, about our collective song, about the song I'm going to sing to you, and about the song that each of you have in your hearts.
And I just wanted to clarify, you're able to go until 3:30 Central Time, just so you know.
Great. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Time zones. Great. So, and I've also been a sex worker, including full service. And I've also done a whole lot of different things. Basically, I like adventure. So, who here already, who understands what a surrogate partner is? I would love to twinkle your hands or raise your hand. Okay. And then, all right. And how many, again, are psychotherapists or clinicians working with people as a talk therapist? A few. Okay, great. Yeah. And then we also have already some touch workers in the room here too. So that's really beautiful. I know I'm talking to a very knowledgeable room, but let me start from the basics just to give us a context. So surrogate partner, the word surrogate means substitute. And substitute partner, surrogate partner program was developed in the 1960s by Masters and Johnson. And they never fully developed the program in writing and had it really institutionalized fully, but they used it as an institutional kind of a tool, and very methodically, very scientifically. And back in those days, the person would go in and live there with them in their facility or nearby for 2 weeks. And all day long during the 2 weeks go between surrogate partner and therapist, psychotherapist, all day long kind of. The idea is that the surrogate partner works in a triadic model with a psychotherapist and the client. So a lot of people call themselves surrogate partners, but if they're not working with a psychotherapist and the client, that is not the surrogate partner model. So that would be something else. And so when I see a client as a surrogate partner, I always report to the psychotherapist after the session every time. And then my client goes to see the psychotherapist in between my sessions, and the psychotherapist reports to me every time. And so the client is held in a wraparound concept. And the program has developed quite a bit since the 60s, thank goodness, as relationships have evolved since the 60s. So just like in the 60s, they were training people to sort of be like successful Mad Men relationships. And now we've learned a lot more. So now the surrogate partner program, when we teach our clients relationship, I'm teaching them not only physical skills, but social skills, communication skills, emotional freedom, a whole rounded dating skills in today's environment. So a whole rounded idea of what it is to be a partner and what it is to get and maintain an intimate partnership in today's world. So we've really modernized it. And to say about the system of surrogate partner a little more, there are a couple of official certificate programs right now in the country to train and certify surrogate partners. Surrogate partners are not licensed by any state government. And in my personal view, that is preferable. I would not like to be licensed by a state government. So we are certified, and there are a couple of training programs in the country now. And some colleagues of mine and I are putting together a brand new organization called the Surrogate Partner Collective. We have literally been forming this for 2 years, and we are not 100% off the ground, but we've been working very diligently. And I think what's beautiful that will come out later is that we've worked all this time to create a very solid container of an organization. And our first phase is what we're in now, the Surrogate Partner Collective, which is putting some basic trainings together for therapists, which is available now. The second phase will be early next year, where we'll open for membership for therapists and surrogate partners, so that we can uplift our industry and our profession together. And the final phase will be that we will train surrogate partners in the most modern, refined way that we believe is not currently being met in the market. So I am together with a surrogate partner named Brian Gibney in Virginia, Andrew Hartman in San Francisco Bay Area, and Nicole Anand in the Philly area. And the four of us are forming Surrogate Partner Collective, and I'm excited to have that offering ready for membership next year. So so I want to cover some real basics, like what kind of client is a surrogate partner, would be a candidate for surrogate partner, what the process looks like, and then we'll just kind of open it up to see what you guys want to talk about. The first requirement for a client to be a great candidate for surrogate partner is that they do not currently have a partner. So if someone currently has a partner, especially a spouse, then that is who they're able to practice with. And if they're not able to practice with that person, then there are a variety of other kinds of therapies and treatments that might help that person. But the surrogate partner program is designed for a single individual who is having trouble forming partnership. And so the program is for those who do not have a partner because they're at a standstill and unable to move forward. It's for people who have gone to sex therapy already and have been unable to solve their issue in sex therapy. And if you're a sex therapist, you may have a client like this who you can talk and talk and talk and then talk some more, and they're just not walking out the door to do the actions of forming relationship. That is a great candidate to look at, because now I can provide, or another surrogate partner can provide, a safe enough environment for that person to take those baby steps out into the world of partnership.